Ask CLownie. Letters fly away. Ha ha ha. It's time to do Metal Robot. How you doing? I'm GhouLHectiC CLownie, and this is Ask CLownie. Our first question comes from Ultra Super Creator on the YouTubes. Ultra Super Creator asks, have you ever played any of the Evil Dead video games before, and if you have, what did you think of them? Well, Ultra Super Creator, I did play one on PlayStation 2. It was the boomstick one. I know it had a button specifically just designated for Ash's witty remarks. So, like, you go up to a bad guy and you push the witty remark, and he goes, "Hey, Deadeye, you have ugly on your face. Let me get that for you." And it was the coolest thing ever. Just that little button where he just talks. Push the button. Groovy. I thought it was a great game. You're Ash. You're running around killing Deadites. What's not to love, eh? Ultra Super Creator has another question. He asks, if you could play other music instruments besides drumsticks, what would they be and why? I would probably play guitar picks because they're smaller and less expensive than drumsticks. Cool. Next question comes from TripZ26. TripZ26 asks, what type of makeup do you use? Two of them. I either use the Ben Nye one, which is like 13 bucks, or the maroon one, the aqua paints, that's like $9. I prefer the maroon. They're a little smaller, but the cool ones, the paradise ones, smell like pina colada. So when I'm like hanging out at a bar, you know, chillin', and a girl comes up to me, and then they get like really close up to me, and they're like, "Hey, can we take a picture together?" And then they like pose, and I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And then we're like, you know, we get their phone, and we're like trying to pose, and then they get really close, and then they smell me, and they go, "Oh, you smell like pina colada." I'm like, "Yes, it's Maroon Paradise," and that's the end of the commercial for Maroon Paradise. Next question is actually again from TripZ26. TripZ26 says, I miss Ghoul Evening. When will you bring it back, and have you got a new fingerboard? Ghoul Evening went on a super hiatus for some reason. Many reasons. I lost one of the producers. No, she didn't die. She just hates me. Why? Because I'm too awesome. I'm too sexy for this hat. I really don't know when Ghoul Evening's going to come back. I know I want it to come back. I'm just trying to figure out a new format for the show. Right? Like, what am I going to do that's going to make it spooktacular? So we'll see. We'll see when it happens. It happens. Who knows? Hopefully, if a company like Fangoria or Dead Central or something like one of those companies, hopefully they want my show on their website. So like that, I think that's the goal, you know, trying to get them to pick me up to do horror movie talk and stuff. For your other question, have you got a new fingerboard? Oh, no, I'm still using the same one. However, I made these. Yeah, there we go. Check it out. I made these. This is a little clown guy with a skeletal spine. A little cute little nose there. I did another one of these teeth. So this is like my own custom. Like the other one that I was using. And then here we have the severed fingerboard. Ooh, look at that. Isn't that nice? Wow. Look at that. Ooh, shiny. I made these for no reason. I'm not actually using them or anything. So I guess if somebody wants to buy them from me, we'll set up a thing where you could put money in my PayPal and I'll send these to you or something. And my graphic hasn't scratched yet, so these probably won't scratch very easily. Alright, so thanks for your questions, TripZ26. Next, we have a question from Miss the Pale Horse on the YouTubes. Miss the Pale Horse asks, question, how many languages do you speak besides clown? Well, clown, English, Espanol, French, but only the French accent. And let's see, a little bit of sign language. I think that might be it. Sometimes I could speak a little bit of German, only when I'm in Germany and I've been drinking German beer. Like, Aschfat, Aschfat, Ashfat means exit. Exit only. Don't ask me how I know that. Autobahn. Prost! Alright. So, I don't know how many languages that was. Just rewind and count. Next question comes from Kyle Longanati. Kyle Longanati asks, can you tell us about your old bands like Careful Now? What's the story with them? Well, Careful Now was a band that I joined. I had nothing to do with like the creation of the music. They wrote everything. They just needed a drummer. I was living in LA working on a little show called The Bachelor. No, ladies, I was not The Bachelor. I had a girlfriend at the time. I was working there, and this really nice girl there kept telling me, my roommates are looking for a drummer. And she was German, so she'd be like, my roommates need a drummer. You need to meet them. And for like 3 months, she kept telling me, my roommates need a drummer. Till finally I met these roomies, and I joined their band, and we recorded some songs together. Totally not my style of music, and totally not my style of drums. It was just fun to hang out with these people. So we did that for a bit, but there was a conflict of interests. There was 4 of us, and the singer wanted to be the leader of the band, but he absolutely did no promotion of any sort, didn't invite anybody to the shows, didn't book any shows. So, then we had the bass player who was newer, and he didn't feel like he fit in, just like I did, you know? We didn't feel like we had anything to contribute. And then there was the final member, who was the real leader of the band, who would promote and push and stuff, and him and these other 2 wanted to get a singer, you know, just a good singer, while this other singer would only play guitar and do backup vocals. Whatever. Long story, conflict. It never happened. However, you could get some of our tracks on my GhouLHectiC Reverb Nation if you really want to. There's like 3 or 4 tracks by Careful Now there. So careful now. Thanks, Kyle, for asking me such a bad question. Our last and super not least final super duper at the end question comes from Lydia Jones. And Lydia asks, how did you come to be a drummer? How important is music to you today? Alright, how did I come to be a drummer? Well, my dad's band needed a drummer because their drummers were flaky. And I also thought if I became a drummer, girls would like me more. And it turns out girls liked me more as a drummer. So that's kind of why I became a drummer, or how I came to be a drummer. And how important is music to me today? Let's just say my whole day is there's singing, like in here, right there, and right here. Music is super important. I always have something under my desk, piano. Next to my bed, piano. My pocket, harmonica. Studio, we got drums, we got guitars, we got another guitar, we got tons of little tiny toy instruments. Music's very important to me. I don't know why. And I mean, I record my own music too, which I'm so embarrassed to show everyone. But yeah, it's super important to me. On a scale from meow to meow, it's meow. So Lydia also added, come back to tour in Europe. Sad face with a tongue sticking out. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to Europe. Are you kidding me? Next time, when I do have a layover in France, I'll go eat some French toast or something with you, and wear a silly mustache and be super French with you for a day. So I'll definitely be coming back to Europe. Probably not this year. Most likely next year for sure. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our episode of Ask CLownie. So make sure you ask me some questions. Leave your questions in the comments below, or in the personal messages, or in Facebook, or comments, or anywhere really. insTagrM, Kick, you know, that KIK thing. You type in GhouLHectiC, or on the Tweeter. You gotta Tweeter me about it. It doesn't matter where. Feel free to leave me questions at CLowniePics. You see, CLowniePics. One more time, CLowniePics. That's facebook.com/CLowniePics. So, until next time, I am GhouLHectiC the Clownie. Ask me questions. Aw, that actually hurt.